I'm Charlie. I'm here from 90.3 The Core. We're an independent community radio station based in Piscataway, New Jersey, and we're a part of Rutgers University. We're really happy to be here today with Paranoyds, who are one of my favorite bands of all time, and it's really cool to be here, so I'll have everybody introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Stas. I play bass and guitar.
I'm Layla. I play keys. I almost forgot.
And I'm Lexi. I play guitar and sing.
How would you guys introduce your band as a whole, in as many or as few words as possible?
I usually just say female-fronted garage rock with keys and a guy drummer.
Oh.
Yeah, I usually say something similar because I feel like it's hard to define in few or many words.
Yeah.
So
how long have you been making music together?
I guess about 15 years. Because me and Layla used to make music together in 9th grade, folky stuff, and then Lexi and Layla have made music together since before that, and in middle school, and then we all started making music probably when we were 20.
Okay. What did it sound like when you two were making music together, and then when you guys were making music together? What was the early stuff?
Sounds like any teenage, 13-year-old. I don't
real just bad.
have no clue what we were singing about. Really camp, probably.
Yeah, Stas and I in high school were more indie folk.
We play acoustic and harmonize and write stuff like that, and then when we all came together it was kind of more surf rocky.
Yeah.
But also horror movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
As a mix between the two.
Do you think horror movie soundtrack or horror movie in general has also influenced your aesthetic as a band?
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Yeah. I think the keyboard very much gives that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And we just love horror and stuff like that.
You guys have a favorite horror movie?
I think mine is probably The Thing.
The Thing?
Yeah.
Mine's probably Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, I like that.
Hard to choose.
I know, now I'm panicking. I kind of when I watch horror, the one I've seen most recently somehow passes the last one I saw in memory, and I only have capacity to remember one at a time.
Yeah.
I think the last horror I saw was Talk to Me,
Okay.
and that one was really messed up. That came out recently.
So, when I was in high school, one of my best friends, as high school best friend girls do, gave me her Bandcamp password, and we shared this Bandcamp, and I found your music through that, and it was really cool. It was the After You EP.
Oh wow!
And so really a throwback.
Yeah.
And so I kind of wanted to ask about, so there's Heather Doubtfire on that, and then also Rat Boy and Freak Out, and then it also made another, introduction in your newer work. So I was curious about why you chose to rework those songs in your newer albums, and why'd you do that?
I think we just wanted to try. Well, we definitely wanted it on our first album, and we didn't know how far the EP got, I guess. So it felt like we still could put it on the new album since we knew it was coming out on a label and gonna be on vinyl, and so we just wanted to include it, I guess, because there's still songs we play almost every set, as you saw. So
as I kind of mentioned, Heather Doubtfire is one of my favorite songs by you guys, or probably my favorite, and then one of my favorite songs in general. So I was wondering the story behind that song and how you put it together. And
I wrote it when I was living in New York on my Tascam Porta 1, and I don't really know why. I don't know. I guess I just I'm pretty influenced by Nirvana, but I must have been really into the early Nirvana demos when I wrote that one. Because it kind of reminds me of when they were kind of really moody and heavy, and the chorus will drop in speed or whatever, and I don't know where it's, because it's kind of a weird structure, but just was kind of like thinking about how like you end up dating a new guy and he ends up being the same as the last guy, even though he's like a new person.
Okay.
And then also tied in with like strict moms, which I never experienced, like, but most of my friends growing up did. And like, I don't know, it's kind of a weird song. It's kind of like a mix of like pretending I had a strict mom, but also expressing how annoying it is to date a guy that like is just doing the same thing the last guy did, but he's like just got a different face.
So you two have known each other since preschool, before then, and then you like started to get to know each other in 9th grade.
Yeah.
So I guess I was wondering, since you all seem to be very close together and it seems like a close-knit group, like how does that inform your musical and aesthetic direction and where you guys go as a group?
We just want to have fun. It's just about like kind of having fun together and like how can we make it more fun to play or
Yeah, I'd imagine it'd be so different if just like four random people were just put together to make music.
Yeah.
Like that's very much a job, and like doesn't
Totally different thing.
I guess it would just be a lot less like genuine. Like you're, I don't know. Yeah, like Stas said, we're just like hanging out and having fun.
Yeah.
Seeing the sights.
Yes.
it's a dream and it's also a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of really hard work, and I think it's really impressive that we've been able to do it this long, honestly, like, because it would break any normal person or someone who wasn't mentally like strong enough for it. But we're all very like communicative and like aren't resentful or like petty like that, so like we're very forgiving and loving, and it wouldn't work if we weren't like that. I mean, it was really hard in the beginning, like, because our first tour too, it was like you're just thrown into it and you're like adapting in real time, and like you've never done anything like it before. We don't have like a manager to like
no
lean
adults
on.
present.
There's no one to lean on except us, and
Just
so it gets really overwhelming, and the only person we can vent to is each other, so it can turn toxic like really quickly if we're not careful. But luckily we're all very like smart about that and like aware, self-aware, and apologetic and like whatever. So
what is it like for you guys to tour together, like on a day-to-day, or even like that first tour? What was that kind of like?
I think we all thought it was gonna be like super fun and silly, and then we're like,
The first one was really super
yeah,
fun.
but we
Like,
thought on that one too. It was too much work.
It was
the reality was it
check.
wasn't like just a party. It was like, oh my god, we're late to every show. Like
we have to drive
we're out of merch.
7 hours.
Like
a day.
whatever, you know, and
We're out of merch.
Like we need to,
there's logistics. There's places you need to book to stay. Like, do you have a budget to book there? Like, just all of it.
Yeah, it's always just been us. Like we don't.
And even this story, it's like you just deal with what's thrown at you. Like, our van died the first 4 shows, and then our TM had to leave because they fell sick after 4 shows, and we had to get her brother to fly in. Like, it's just, you have to think on your feet and fast and not like be mean about it, and like just be mature, and like at the same time we have to have good spirits on stage, so you have to forget all of that as soon as you get on stage. It's like, it's not like we're like resting all day and then get on stage. It's like we're non-stop working until we get on stage for 40 minutes, and then that's it, and then we have to load everything out, sell merch, get to sleep, wake up, it's a lot. It's like fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry, radio.
That sounds scary. I don't know if I'd be able to do
I like wanted to kind of scare you. Like, I know it's like sounds really fun, like, and dreamy, but like
I think people should know.
It's
like,
there's a reality to it, and like we're not being taken care of, and like obviously we are with our like Karma waters.
Oh yeah, we are, and the kills are great and everything.
But there's not
there,
like
but
a
getting here is
person
very complicated.
taking care of us is what I mean. We don't have like a parent, adult person who's like handling all this stuff for us. It's all of us.
Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite song or record that you've made?
our latest EP.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I really like. They're
The
really,
right vibe.
Yeah, I love the vibe of them. I mean, it changes. Like that's it now, but like last tour was something. It always changes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. The newer stuff is, but then you get to the old stuff too, and you're like, oh, thank God, this one's so easy. Like we've played this, I can do it with my eyes closed or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's fun too. But Bear is always like the most fun for me. That's when I get like the most spiritual release, and I'm like, okay, this is the last one. I gotta like put all my cardio of the day
Yeah.
into this one.
What can people expect to hear from future music that you guys put out? Like, are you, or I don't know if that's in the works, but what kind of direction do you want to go
That's
into?
interesting.
We haven't really decided. I feel like that comes out kind of in the recording process, but we haven't started making a new album yet. 'Cause we
Cool to make
recorded the last
dance
one like
music.
a year ago.
That sounds fun. Is there anything that you guys want to say before we end the interview?
Go to shows, buy tickets to shows,
Buy
show
them
up,
in advance.
buy them in advance.
It's really important.
Does it really
Just do
help?
your
like,
best.
It
artists?
does. Yeah, they'll cancel the show.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You know, like I've been guilty of it where I'm like, I'll just buy a ticket at the door.
Yeah.
I don't want to like commit to something, but that like they'll cancel the show. If
Mm.
it's, so buy tickets in advance.
Well, I think that's been a really fun time